Bridget Bartlett here with visionmarketinganddesign.com. Today we are live inside my team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I am going to show you is how you can actually go live and create some super cool live streams for free. You don't need any paid software, okay? I'm actually going to give you an overview of OBS Studio, which is awesome. It is totally free to download. You can use it for Windows, Mac, or Linux if you're using those systems. And I'm also going to show you how to create some GIFs so that you can really maximize your streaming conversions. As well as just add another level of professionalism. Okay. The super cool thing is OBS is incredibly powerful. And like I said, free. So it's so crazy. It's free. But it's really powerful. And a lot of like big businesses use OBS. So, you could learn these skills if you're, interested in becoming, proficient in OBS. It's definitely a worthwhile software to learn. So let me just go ahead and dive in. Hello, Val and Maria and Linwood. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So I'm going to share up my screen here. And then I'm going to show you some super cool things. I'm going to show you how to create a GIF. That's the scrolling banner everyone asked me about at the top of my videos. I'm also going to show you just some other super cool things. I mean, you certainly don't have to take my design here, but I want to show you all the possibilities. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. And you'll see that there is this infinite loop here because this is actually OBS, all right? But you see here that we have this image back here, we have some text here, and then we have the scrolling banner at the top, okay? If I was to show you, oh no. Okay, I don't see that I'm actually live streaming here on my channel. Okay, all right. I am, for some reason, I just had to refresh my screen. Okay, so anyway, let me give you an overview of OBS first, and then we'll talk more about like how to really create a scene. Okay. So first of all, OBS is divided by scenes here. Okay. Now you can imagine a scene is what you're looking at here. So if we're creating a scene, it's going to be everything that is in that, for lack of a better word, scene. Right. So this would be a scene. This scene would include the desktop video in the back. Okay. And you can see here that this scene includes text, which is this right here. It includes my Sony camera, which is this right here. It also includes what I've called webcam image, and you can name these whatever you want to. I just was kind of in a hurry and testing things and playing around. So the webcam image is this back here. This is actually a GIF. We have the banner here, which is actually this GIF up here. And then we have the screen share. Okay, so the screen share is basically just a selection here where you can add different things to your scene. Okay, so these are the scenes, and these are the elements, or what they're calling sources, inside the scene. Okay, so if I flip from this scene here where it says screen plus camera, and I only want to show the screen, that's what it'll show there. Okay, but you can see here in the screen share only, we still have the audio input device, which is my microphone, and then you have the banner, which is this up here, and then you have the screen share, which is this here, and then audio input. Okay. So for my intro video, you'll see that I have that here. It just automatically starts playing, and then I flip between the scenes, and then now I'm back to my Sony camera. Okay, so you can see the ease of use with OBS. Of course, there's a learning curve, and you have to build out your scenes and kind of figure out, how you want to streamline all of this. What's super cool is you do have this audio mixer, but when I first started with OBS, I was like really overwhelmed. I was so confused, and I definitely don't want to like get really in depth with a lot of these things because basically I am not an OBS expert, but I know how to use it to get the result that I want. Okay. So you have this over here. Now you also have the scene transitions that you can set. So if I go like this, you can see that it's like it kind of fades in. That's actually called fade, but you have some different options here. So do you want to swipe, Luna wipe, fade to color? You have, you know, different options. You can even cut it if you want to. You can, we have the controls here. Okay. So I can start or stop streaming, and you can actually set it in the settings to automatically record every time you go live, which I highly suggest because sometimes things happen. So if you are, you definitely want to back up, right? Because I have gone live before, and lo and behold, I wasn't actually live, and I did my whole training, and I didn't even have a recording, and that was not cool. You do have a virtual camera. I'm not going to talk about that today. You have studio mode, which just basically looks a little bit different. And then you have your settings. Okay. So let's actually dive into the settings here. All right. So you have the general settings where you can set the language. You have some output things. So it's really advanced, but honestly, you don't really have to worry about these things here. Okay. Just to know where they're at. Okay. Here is where you're going to stream. Now, right now, I'm actually streaming through Restream. Okay, so I love Restream. You can create events. I have training on Restream if you're interested on my YouTube channel. But what you can do is there are actually multiple different options here. It's not going to let me change because I'm actively live streaming, but you could stream to Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or any of those places by simply selecting it, and then you can typically it'll have you log in. But here, since I'm using, and there's even like an automated connection to Restream, but I like to actually create events for my streaming, and then I like to connect it here. Okay, so to create an event, it actually creates a new stream key every single event. Okay, so if I just wanted to just say, hey, go live, and then go live to Restream, and then Restream put out everywhere that I have set Restream to go live, then it would just automatically go live, and I wouldn't have to like change this every time. But if you do want to create the events and then go ahead of time, you will need to create an event. So if you guys want to, I can talk about Restream. We can do another training tomorrow if you want to. Let me know in the chat. Maria says, cannot see your OBS screen. You're not sharing your screen. So sorry. Oh, there we go. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let me show you this again. Okay. So I just said here are all the settings, and then here is the stream. Okay, that's what I was talking about. So sorry. Okay, so here is where you want to put the streaming keys. Okay, so whether it's OBS or whether it's Restream or Facebook or wherever, here is where you're going to set where Restream is going to go live to. Okay, so if you want to go live to multiple places, you'll have to use Restream or something like that, but you can go live directly to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or wherever using Restream. Okay, so one of the things that is not cool about Facebook when you go live is that you can't, once you start with your webcam, you can't share your screen, and once you start with screen share, you can't use your webcam. So also, you just have more capabilities, like adding the banner and doing like really cool things. Okay. So you have your output settings here. And again, you don't really have to worry about this except for the recording path. I like to, like I said, I record every video that I do when I go live. So I like to just add it to my Google Drive folder, or you can add it to, actually this is a C folder. So that way I know everywhere where my recordings are. Okay. You can also set some options here. Again, this is kind of advanced. It's not really necessary that you know all these things, but it is important to get to know them. That way, if you are having issues, like a lot of times, the issue that I had was where I was getting like an echo sound. And if you do get that echo sound, here's a little tip. you want to check here for your microphones. Okay, so you'll see that I actually only have one microphone going. It pulls in all of the audio files from your scene that you've created. So like here, my camera has a microphone. The GIF had, I guess, sound. And then let's see, it has the desktop audio. So what you can do is if you're getting that echo or that feedback, you just want to mute the microphones that you are not actually using. I actually use Crisp because it blocks out, my dog's barking when the mailman comes or whatever, so that it's not in my video. I can't tell you how many times I've had to re-record because of that. So I do love Crisp for sure. Okay, so if you need to adjust your video settings, you can do that here. You can actually set hotkeys. So if you want to make it even more simple when you're live streaming, you can do that. And then there are some advanced things that you can check out here. Okay. So that is the basic settings. Okay. Now, when you are recording, one of the things that I like to do is actually record an MKV file because they are less corrupt than the MP4. So if you set your recordings in the settings and you want to, download as an MK4, all you need to do is go here, and then you can search the file, the MKV file, and then you can remux it, which means you can turn it into like an MP4. Okay, so again, that's getting a little bit advanced. I don't want to confuse you with all of that. Okay. So just know you can look at your recordings here. You can remux. You can do some settings here. Again, you can check out any of these things, but I don't really want to confuse you with all of these yet. But just know that, again, they're there. Okay, so let's actually build a scene. I want to show you how to create this banner at the top, and I want to show you how you can adjust this this little, add like a GIF here and add some text and all of that. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to move this over to the side. And just so you know, it is obsproject.com. This is where you're going to download OBS. Okay, so I actually have Canva. That's where I'm going to create the banner. And this is so simple, you guys. So the size that I use is 1920 by 75. Okay, so what you want to do is, let me just actually, I'm going to create a new design. Okay, so I'm going to do 1920 by 75. And then I'm going to do create new design. So here, I want to set the background color to whatever, maybe my brand color, whatever I want it to be. Okay, so we'll say purple. And then I want to add some text. So let's just add some text here. And we'll just say, this is a cool banner. Okay. Now, the typewriter text, this is really cool. People ask me about this all the time. It's just simply the text, and you go to animate, and then you can choose any of these styles that you want. Okay, so you could definitely scroll through here. Do you want the typewriter like I have? Do you want the the ABC or the ascend, and then the shift? And so you can definitely check out any of these. If you have Canva Pro, you can check out, they have more selections as far as, what style you're looking for. So let's just do typewriter. So we have our text here. I'm just going to center that. Now, maybe we want to add a QR code. This is something that you can do with Canva as well. So if you just search here, I have QR code. Let's just type in the web address. So I'm just going to type in bridgetbartlett.com. Which, side note, if you want to book a discovery call, you can go there to do that. So I want to generate a QR code for this address. So I'm just going to type it in and click generate code. And then you see now I have a QR code. Okay, so simple. All right. Now, maybe I want to add my logo. So I'm just going to go here and I have my logo. So I'm just going to drag this in the corner here. All right, so that looks good. And maybe I want to add like an arrow, like you guys saw that I added. Let's see, all these that I've used. So let's just try this one here. And we just want to draw a little attention to our QR code. So I'm just going to move this there. Okay, so if we look at this, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so we have our action and our text. We have our little flashing arrow. And we have our QR code. Okay, so the easiest way, once you have the first thing set, the easiest way is to just duplicate. Okay, so now you can type in anything else like this is a great training, Bridget. Like, I just read your mind. I knew you guys were thinking that, so I just went ahead and typed it in there. Okay, now maybe we want another one. So let's say this is a great tool. Okay, and then let's duplicate again. And this is a great banner. Oh, okay, we'll just duplicate that. And then we'll just say, this is awesome. Okay, and then this is a great deal. Okay, so anyway, we duplicated that enough. All right, so now what we want to do, if you want to see what it looks like, you can actually just click here. Now, you could download this as a video, okay, but if you download it as a GIF, you're not going to have the sound. But what's really cool about it is that it's really a small file. Okay, so when you're live streaming, if you have like bandwidth issues or something like that, this will help reduce that because it's just a GIF. Okay, so it's just a small file. So I'm just going to close that. We can click here for download, and then let's change the MP4 to an actual GIF, and we're going to download that. All right. So now the next thing that we want to do, we can choose, let's go back home. And let's choose the little image here. Let me see if I could find where it's at, but okay, it doesn't really matter. So let's just create a new custom size. So I'm just going to create that little video behind the webcam. So let's say we'll just do 500 by 300 and create new design. And now I'm just going to choose a video over here. So you can choose any of these videos that you want to. There's so many. You could choose background, maybe. If you didn't want a person in it or something like that. So let's say we wanted to choose this one. Okay. So we're just going to choose this video. And we just want to get it to the correct size. And you'll see that it's 9.3 seconds, and that's totally fine. But we want to download this again as a GIF. Okay, so download GIF. Now I'm going to go to OBS. So let's go back to OBS. And I want to swap these things out, okay? So since we already have the size, that's what it's going to be. So maybe instead of just swapping this out, I'll just show you how to add it, okay? So I'm in my scene for screen share, but actually maybe we just want to go to Sony camera. Okay, so now you see that it's outlined in red, so that lets you know that you've selected the right thing. I'm just gonna squish this down a little bit. Okay, so let's start adding some things to this scene. All right, so I'm going to click here and I'm going to add a window capture. Okay, so this is actually going to show whatever window I want it to capture. Okay, so you could actually choose different displays if you have multiple monitors, or you can just display whatever is on the scene. Okay, so let's just say window capture, and here we go. Or actually, is that the wrong one? All right, let's delete. We're gonna do, are you sure you want to remove? Yes, okay. So let's do display capture. That's the right one. Okay. So we have display capture, and it's gonna display the first scene, okay? We could actually do, if we wanted to display scene 2, that's actually my YouTube channel that I have going on my other screen. So let's just say that, okay? So we have the YouTube channel there, but you can see my webcam here is in the background. You can right click here. Actually, see, it's red now, so you know that you're selecting that one. And you can do order and move to the top, or you could just flip these around by literally dragging like that. Okay, so you can do that. All right, so now we need to add our banner at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to click here and we're going to go to add image and let's say banner because we want to when you give it a name, you know, that really helps you when you're flipping in between scenes and things like that. Or maybe you need to like hide your webcam because it's getting in the way of something that you're trying to show. So it is important when you're naming to name so that you know what it actually is. So I'm going to click here. Oh, okay, and it says already in use, so we'll just say banner test and okay. And now we need to look in our files for our banners. So I'm going to go to my folder here, and I think it was called, let me actually see what it was called. It was called, this is a cool banner. Okay, cool. So let's bring this back up now, and let's go back to OBS. And let's browse. And this, actually, let's do this is a cool banner. This is, okay, this is a cool, let's see if I can find it. Okay, so I've lost it, which makes it really cool when I'm live and I lose a file. Okay, so let's go back here. This is a cool banner. Let's download it again. Let's see. It's called, yeah, I don't know why. Where is this? So I'm going to click show in folder. And okay, it's in downloads. It's not in downloads. Okay, cool. So let's go back to OBS. Let me bring this up and we want to add, I'm going to go back here because we didn't actually add that, but we added the name, right? So I'm going to do, go back here. We're going to go to properties and now I'm going to click here to browse my files and we'll say this is a cool banner and there we go. And open. And now we're going to click OK. All right, so now you see that we have added our banner up here. Okay, so that is literally how easy it is to do. Now let's add the GIF behind the webcam here. So I'm just going to go add image because the GIF is an actual image when you're uploading. So we'll just say webcam GIF. And we'll click OK. And let's go ahead and look for our file. So we'll do, actually, I think it was untitled, maybe. Okay, let's look. Let's go back here. Okay, it was untitled. So, okay, untitled design. Let's see where it's at. Show in folder. And it's in the downloads. Okay, so let's go back to OBS now. And we're going to go to the downloads file and it is untitled GIF. So here we go and open. And there you see we have our video. So I'm going to click OK. Now what I need to do is drag this behind this. Okay. So there are a few ways that you can do that. You can shrink this down. You can move it on top here. Let's move this in the middle and let's move this here. But now you can't see. So we want to right click and you can do, where is it? Order, move to the top, and there we go. Okay, so now we have this cool frame around the webcam, all right? But maybe you want to add some text here, right? Maybe your website or something like that. So we can go ahead and click here, and then we'll add some text. So I'll do that there, and we'll just say text website. All right, and we'll click OK. And you can actually choose the font that you want to use. So if there's lots and lots that you can choose from. I typically use Roboto. So let's see. Here we go. Roboto. And you can choose, let's see, bold. You can choose the size. I kind of like to do a bigger size, but not too large so that you can shrink it down a little bit. So we'll just do OK. And let's type in here what we want to do. So we'll just say Bridget Bartlett.com. It does help if I spell my name right, especially when I'm putting it in a website. So I'm going to click OK. And now you see we have our text up here. So I could actually add this here if I want to. I could add this in the corner. I could really do anything with this that I wanted to do. So let's just shrink it down here maybe. And you guys, that is how easy it is to build a scene. Now look, that didn't affect anything else that I did on this other one. So if I wanted to show this, I still have my original scene, but I can swap back and forth between this scene and the new scene that I just created. So super, super cool and easy. Okay. So what if you want to put like a background behind here? You could totally do that. You could add like a GIF. You could make this scene here. Maybe you want your webcam here. Maybe you even want like or you could actually do your webcam up here. Maybe you wanted like a promo video. Like maybe your company is running like a special and you want to have the promo video down here running, you know, while you are doing like a training on something or whatever you want to do. There's so much potential. You could even resize this if you wanted. You could add, you know, different banners down here. You could even add things that you want to like pop up, like maybe I had this promo video, and maybe this was my entire background, but I only wanted the promo video to show up during, you know, certain times when I actually select it. So I could just do, like, I could hide it, and then you don't see that, right? So maybe I'm like, oh, and here's this great thing, and you know, and then maybe halfway through my video I wanted to actually show the promo and have it running there. You could totally just hide and unhide like that. So let me see if I have any questions. Okay, let's see. Maria says, this is advanced for me, but glad that you are breaking it down. Thank you. It is a little bit confusing at first, but I promise you, once you learn this is something that is so worth the time to learn because it is so, so cool and it's free. So you can really do some really, really powerful things. Now let's go ahead and just delete these things here. Okay, so like I decided, oh, I don't really want that. I'm just going to delete these, super easy. And let's actually delete this as well. So I'll delete, and you see that all I have now is my Sony camera, and then I'm just going to drag that out. Now I'm back to my original scene. Okay, that is so, so easy and so cool, you guys. I love OBS and the ability and the things that you can do, like inserting video and inserting banners and all of those really cool things. You can do all of that and build out all of your scenes and go live anywhere. So how you can stand out, you know, when people are scrolling through their timelines and like on Facebook or something like that, you know, most people going live on Facebook are using Restream, or they are, you know, using StreamYard or something like that, and people notice right away, right? But when you are using like OBS and you have like all these really cool things, it's just really unlimited potential when it comes to like what you can do in your live stream. So totally, totally love OBS. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't have any questions. Alexander Network, hey everyone just joining. Are we supposed to be seeing infinity screens? Yes. That's what I was saying in the beginning, Alexander, that or the Alexander Network. I think your name's Alexander. When I am showing like my screen share, because I didn't know that at first either. I was like, why is it like infinite screens, especially when you're doing like Facebook marketing, because it's really weird the way that Facebook has screen share and it's like infinite screens, but it's because I'm actually sharing the same screen. It's that I guess I can't explain that right. It's because what you're seeing is me going live and showing that screen, right? So that's why it looked all weird. So anyway, hopefully that made sense. Sorry if it didn't. It's a weird thing, but okay, so anyway, that is really all that I had to show you. Again, if you're struggling online and you're just so confused, you don't know, you're sick of learning and not earning, go ahead and book a discovery call at bridgetbartlett.com and I will help you get all of that sorted out. And I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. And look, I am going to, let me show you here what I'm going to do. See, this is why you get the infinite screens, because this is actually, I'm sharing my screen, and the part of the screen is sharing the screen. So that's why you get the infinite screens. So what I'm going to do, and this is what I do every single day when I, in my live stream, and I say, hey, go make your vision a reality. What I do is I flip to this scene here, which you will see my outro video. So I'm out. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.